hello there, it's a Wednesday afternoon. There was serious events which happened at work today. In the assembly line where I work, which they produce one of the most famous scooters in the world. I don't want to give no names of persons or companies. It was a line 6, and this girl was working on something. Somehow this electric device which screws on or bolts on things onto a part of this assembly line slipped and somehow damaged her hand. It probably went right through. I can't precisely whether it's the centre of her hand or where the fingers are. The whole line had to be stopped. She was taken to hospital, probably with a company ambulance. Even if we do have at work a medical centre that can treat and deal with certain health issues to a certain point, when it comes to this, you have to be taken to hospital. The whole morning this word has spread around of this incident, and it was declared, I think, 1 or 2 hours of strikes with a manifestation in front of the assembly plant which they make these vehicles. Then afterwards, all the trade unions, amazingly enough, unanimously declared the rest of the day as a strike. Anywhere you go in the world, strikes do occur, and injuries at work, minor or more worse in these cases, do happen. But in this specific case, in this place, has happened a series of very serious injuries, involving on the assembly line, people going around with forklift trucks, people going around with phones, not paying attention what they're doing, always in the middle of those lanes which are for these vehicles to transport pieces around and materials. There were strikes like that, a few hours, yes, 2 hours at the end of the shift, but some people say it's extreme. Whole day of dedicated a strike to this incident. One thing positive about it is the unity between trade unions where I work, because when it comes to certain issues, they always have different points of views. They say we're going to boycott this, we're going to sign this, we're going to do what the company will tell us to do, and so on. I asked myself where the fucking hell you were when people had to go to work with a state medical treatment and with a fucking piece of paper, the mark of the beast 666, which is known as health passes, from October last year until I think it was the 1st of May this year. Without that, you could not enter at work because you didn't have the state medical treatment done. Otherwise, if they caught you without a certification, you could risk of a fine up to 1,600 quid. Well, it's in pounds, you know. And I asked myself, where the fucking hell were these trade unions when Italian workers, which have been humiliated and made a mockery of by the Italian government and politicians, not one spoke out and said, no, this shit, we don't accept it. They were silent and accepted, and they lowered their trousers down and they got arsed off that got bummed off by the establishment. And now you want them to act in trade unions unity, considered as a minor accident, considering there are a lot more serious injuries at work, aren't even mortal. And you only react over the top like this. So, someone hurts themselves, cuts themselves, yes, we do a strike. And when someone really hurts them really bad, or dies from an injury, you don't do nothing about it. Ask myself, what trade union and who the fucking hell you represent? You just only represent your fucking interests. End of story. And people got to wake up in this country, boycott these cunts.